Hello and welcome to the second Your Shout in 2 days, largely due to the fact that you guys have sent me in so many clips. We've got a few that are 2 or 3 days old, which are sort of generic different subjects, but we've also got a few that have been sent in during and after the show we did yesterday, which sort of centred around the Iheanacho debacle. So we're going to get straight on with it. We've got Mike coming up, but before Mike we've got the news.
Terrible news about the club. What are they doing with Iheanacho? I'm not happy at all. What a joke. Who's doing what? Cannot believe what's going on. Just silly really, isn't it? Oh dear. Who's pulling the strings? And the bells toll. Good night.
Hello fellow Hammers fans, it's Mike here. I just thought I'd put in my 2 pennyworth over what's happening at the club at the moment. I'm a little bit baffled, okay, because it's about the general direction and philosophy of where we're going as a club. Either we are totally behind Bilic, in that case, he doesn't want Iheanacho, Why we've negotiated with City and come up with a total deal only to pull out at the last minute, I don't really understand. It's sort of a bit Scott Hogan, if you remember that one. The same thing happened there. Or we don't want Bilic, or the board don't want Bilic. In that case, you're going to need to do something about that. Personally, I really like Sullivan Bilic. I think he's a great manager and I would really like to keep him. But you know what? Either one way, we need to either get behind him and do what we need to do and follow his philosophy and what he wants, or don't.
Indeed, or don't. Thank you very much to Mike and Trevor McDonald's just before him, of course. Next up we have, if I just move the cursor along on the laptop, we've got Guy. Guy sent this in yesterday.
Hello fellow Hammers fans. Yeah, I just wanted to put my bit of realistic perspective on the transfer and all the anger that's built up around it at the moment. There, apart from some of the big names being moved around and Everton, there really isn't much business being done right now, and I think we need to be realistic that there's a reason why that is. Clubs put their bids in, and then players and agents and their clubs, if you like, take their time over this. You know, whether it be Giroud, Batshuayi, Iheanacho, all these names we've been linked to, and we're all getting, let's face it, like, we're getting hyped up by every little news source out there, and I think that's where the frustration's coming from. I don't believe for 1 second that David Sullivan's just sitting there with his finger up his arse. He's doing something. I reckon he would have, towards the end of the season, known that the priority is to get a goal scorer, put some bids in, and see what comes back. We don't know that, unfortunately. We're never going to know that. But he isn't just missing out on targets because they're going cheap. I don't believe that for a second. He's not a silly man. His club and his millions nearly got drawn into a relegation scrap last year for this reason. He wants to get a proper striker, whether that be 25 to 40 million pound mark. He will get that man. Javier Hernandez being the very latest, my God, how good would he be for the Hammers? Jesus, we'd love him within a few months of banging a few goals in and working hard, wouldn't we? Just like Antonio. But I don't believe that he hasn't just jumped at that. I reckon that we have to wait. You know, we're not a Champions League team. We're not a Europa League team. And there's a good fair chance we're not going to be in that for the next 3 years. I hope I'm proven wrong, but we've got to be realistic looking at this. Yeah. Maybe slightly less anger, a bit more optimism, and a bit more patience. And yeah, I think we'll be pleasantly surprised in the next couple of weeks. All right, come on, you irons.
Thank you very much, Guy. Guy there, who wants to give the whole thing a little bit more perspective, apart from the finger up the arse bit, of course. Actually, this is your shout, but I'm going to have my shout now, just quickly, and it's not on that at all, and it's probably not the appropriate time to do it, but I don't know whenever else I'm going to get a chance, and it's about the Bradley Lowry thing, and I'm recording this today, which is, what is it, it's Friday, 28 minutes past 5 now. we found out that young Bradley passed away today, and it's very, very sad. And the really sad thing is that there will be another Bradley along very soon. It's going to happen next season. You'll still be another young child who's terminally ill, and it's just incredibly sad. It's incredibly sad. I just think as football fans, we do really well. We come together, and it's just something we're very, very good at. And he'll be honoured, and he'll be remembered, and whatever charities are run for him, particularly for children's cancers and stuff like that, those charities are going to be really well supported by football and fans in particular, I've got to say. And I just think we're really good at it. But I just wanted to say something about Jermaine Defoe, which was really the main reason for me saying it. He got a lot of stick when he left West Ham, particularly for the manner in which he left West Ham. We got relegated. He handed in a transfer request straight away. It was poor timing. It just wasn't clever at all. And I criticised him. I can't make myself exempt from that. And I just think sometimes we don't look at the bigger picture, and of course there was no bigger picture then, but we sort of look at him and look, actually maybe this man, what he's done's not right, maybe he's of a flawed character, but he made a football decision, and he was very, very young at the time. And I just look at him now and look at the class, the dignity and the love that man gives off in the way he supported Bradley, and I just think he's an absolute class act. And at a time when a lot of footballers get a lot of stick, and rightly so, there's some lecherous bastards out there like Dimitri Payet, who was just, there's no substance to the man whatsoever, and there's people that do, wrong things and don't conduct themselves well at all. But I just think Jermaine Defoe has conducted himself absolutely brilliantly, and regardless of whatever happened at West Ham, hats off to him. I think he's absolutely brilliant. Anyway, that's it. Serious bit over. What have we got? We've got Adam. Adam's up next. Adam sent in a clip. We've got no we've got no pictures. It's only audio. Let's have a listen to what Adam's got to say. I've not even heard it yet.
Hi, this is Adam from Leather Barrow Design. Just sharing my thoughts about Sullivan Bilic's decision on Iheanacho. To be fair, I'm going to have to support Slav in this. I mean, looking at Iheanacho's statistics in the Premier League, he hasn't even racked over 2,000 minutes. He's 1,200 minutes and 46 appearances. 34 of those have been from the bench. He's only started 9 Premier League games. Now, he's 20 years old, and David Gold has already said that the team's not really interested in playing anyone over the age of 23 because they don't think that they can break to the first team. So why spend £25 million on a 20-year-old striker who hasn't started double digits in the Premier League and have a buyback clause to make little profit? It doesn't make any sense. I'm fully supportive of Sullivan Bilic. I believe he's the right man, and I judge his decisions are final. Even if the board are not too happy about the investment, who cares? It's Sullivan Bilic, it's his team. He's the one that needs to get the results, and he's the one that needs players that he feels he's comfortable in. So why get in a player who's too young? You're building a team around him for him to be later to be sold back to Manchester City, and a void has been left. We all know how important voids need to be filled. Go back, look at last season with Dimitri Payet. As soon as he left, we lost our creativity, we lost our way of play, and we didn't replace him. We replaced him with Snodgrass, and he failed to deliver. Now, we need to look at different transfer targets. Iheanacho is not a proven Premier League striker. Yes, he's scored goals in the Premier League, but can he start a full 90 minutes, banging goals, 30 to 38 appearances a season? No, is the answer. The players we need to get, proven senior players who can play 70 minutes at least a game from starting position. People like Giroud, Hernandez, Andre Gray. But people don't particularly like Andre Gray, but Sullivan Bilic seems to take a shine into him. and you just got to trust in Slav.
Thank you very much to Adam there, who seems to have walked all the way down the high street recording that clip for us, and someone even honked their horn at him when he was walking down there, so I don't know if he had a skirt on or something today. Next up we've got Avit. Avit, you know Avit, he's the one, he had a tortoise, then he had a dog. He actually went and saw the Thames Ironworks Community FC, is that right? I think that's right. He went and saw them and did a little report on his webcam. He used to do all the reporting for the West Ham ladies team as well. So, and he used to write in the official match programme. Used to be the photographer for them. So anyway, so I don't know if he's going to be there with a giraffe or something now. Let's hear what Avit's got to say.
Right, today I want to talk about defence. What? What do you mean it's not funny? I think all the West Ham ladies think they've got to do is rest on their laurels. For too long they've been using a flat back four and it's not working. I'm filming and the management seems stumped as to what to do. I seriously think they should go with 3 at the back. Another thing, I wish West Ham ladies could just hang on to a lead just once. I mean, it's going to be funny, but it ain't. The first thing West Ham ladies have got to do is get rid of the dead wood. No, not me. And the manager, how many days has he been in charge? How many days? And the manager, how many days has he been in charge? And the manager, how many days has he been? God, that's hard to say. And the manager, how many days has? And the manager, how many days has he been in charge? And the manager, how many daisies has he been in? Oh, all this to make a joke about daisies, and they're not even daisies. Somehow West Ham ladies seem to have obtained a flux capacitor because all they keep talking about is the future. Oh yeah, 5 years time we're going to do this, do that. But we're going to really concentrate on now. Just here to give you a bit of news about West Ham ladies. There isn't any. The latest news is they've had 60 people turn up for the first team trials. So that's like 5.5 teams. So if you can't get a couple of people out, there's something wrong, isn't there? But they haven't new job titles, so it's like a new job, isn't it? Only not. About them, no photographs, no nothing. So I think West Ham ladies ought to get some news out, even if it's fake news. There's a fault. Fake news. I can't think of any at the moment, but perhaps that's why I don't put any news out. I can't even think of any fake news. Thing is, I mean, it sounds like I'm having a go, but I'm not. I'm just trying to get the message across that some people might be interested in what's happening. So please don't give me any stick, will you? Go.
Yeah, the dog listens to you as much as we do, have it, that's for sure. Listen, nobody likes a smart aleck and nobody likes a play on words, but some important, so I don't know, there's a few important things arose from that, so yeah, perhaps we can take some of that on board. Next up we have got Belfast Hammer, and he wants to talk about Julian Dicks.
Hello, Belfast Hammer again. I'd like to sort of make the point this time, it may not have been said before, about Julian Dicks. On the forum it's been mentioned that his role is to support Slav. I love the man, loved him as a West Ham legend. I think he deserves that accolade, but what does he do? I would just love someone to explain to me what he does. I know he had his time with the West Ham ladies. It seemed to me a bit perverse that, you know, at a time when we were struggling with defensive problems last year, that Julian didn't appear to be anywhere. And I must still say that he is one of my great heroes at West Ham, but it seemed to me a bit jobs for the boys. I think we need to be more professional than that. I think we need to have someone in to coach the defence a little better than last year. Same situation would be an analysis of sort of free kicks and corner kicks and the goals that we conceded from them. All the clubs have pros zone, they all have analysts, but we don't seem to see too much of that. Or maybe in my case, I don't know where to go to access it. I would be very interested. So maybe someone out there can tell us what Julian does, or where could the ordinary supporter get access to Prozone or similar programs if they are interested. And maybe it's information that we poor suckers, the poor supporters, cannot get. So that's my point for today. Thank you.
Thank you very much there, Belfast Hammer. Not the first person to wonder if Sullivan Bilic's backroom team needs a little bit of a shake-up. Last up, we have Olas1. Olas from the forum. Everyone will know him off there. And actually, I don't know what he's talking about. I've not listened to this one yet. So, yeah, let's have a look.
So I don't know if you've seen the stadium. They're preparing it for the athletics. I'm actually looking forward to it. I've got some tickets for the Paralympics. Should be good. But I noticed that a few things have been removed from the stadium. The West Ham United name has come off the seats. And if you look at the West Ham shop at the moment, there's some beautiful scaffolding just outside, which is going to create a bridge. Now, this is taxpayers' money being spent yet again, and I just don't totally understand what is going on. We acknowledge that going into the new season, the first 3 games initially will be away. Boxing Day, we can't go to the games at home anymore because of Westfield Shopping Centre. But the amount of money being spent previously on getting the stadium into a West Ham theme, making it feel like our home, I recognise we are tenants at the end of the day, but we are long-term tenants. We are financing this. We are justified in our position to be in that stadium. It's a local club. I just feel there need to be really looked at in terms of the athletics and how that's structured going forward.
Thank you very much, Olas1, who's concerned about all the scaffolding being erected outside of the club shop. It's hardly surprising. Most of that stadium is actually scaffolding, so they probably had quite a lot of surplus to do it. But it's a really good point. I think the stadium made an £8 million loss in its first year. So does it really matter if Usain Bolt wins the 100 metres and Mo Farah wins and everything happens and it's a good 2017 World Athletics Championships? Would it really have detracted from a fantastic global event if West Ham's logo had been still at the top, if the club shop was still visible? They're really, really good points, and that is a huge waste of public money. Certainly they're going to need to streamline that sort of thing if they want to, well, if they just want to make it into a profit-making venture. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much as always. Great clips, really, really good. Looking forward to the next batch coming in. I'll do another one of these next week, and yeah, that's about it really from me. I think it's just time to say goodbye, to ask you very, very kindly to subscribe. Little button there, it's thing that says please press to subscribe. If you're on a laptop, it will just take you straight to a page. Press subscribe, then you just hit the bell button, and then I think you just tick the box and then press save, and then you're automatically subscribed, and you get a little update every time we do a video. And I think it's a lot easier off than that from your mobile device. Bit of a tongue twister. Should have got Avid to do that for me. Right, until next time, I'm away for the weekend, so there'll be no Your Shout until at least Monday or Tuesday. Send in your clips in the meantime. Hopefully we've got some news to report. Hopefully I've got some videos from you guys suggesting that we've made a good sign-in. Something, anything, just some good news. We all need a bit of good news, don't we? Have a really nice weekend. Thanks very much for watching. Thank you very much for your support so far. The views are really great. It's a new channel. The views are great. The subscriptions are going through the roof. Thank you for all your support, as always. Until next time, come on you Irons.